see really you. You. I don't know. I think I'm in love with a photo. Think I'm in love.
Hello, my name is Christine, and I just wanted to come and tell a story about a time where I basically missed out on an opportunity because of my kinky curly hair texture. Alright, let me just get to the story. Basically, I submitted for casting for L'Oréal Popsugar collaboration. They were doing these viral videos basically showing you how to use the L'Oréal products. I was like, oh, this would be perfect. So I submitted for the casting and I was selected. They reached out to me via email and sent me all the information. So I was like, awesome, great. Sounds perfect. Can't wait to work with you guys. Whatever. I asked her how should I wear my hair because at the time I did a big chop, and in the pictures that I sent, I had like lace wigs, which is usually not a problem for me as far as doing shows or any type of campaign. Like, I wear wigs all the time. My wigs look pretty natural. They never have an issue with them. The stylists are able to work with them until this time. It comes to the shoot day, I decided to wear my hair in a curly texture. So I put on the lace wig, I left my edges out, and the one thing I remember she told me was to make sure that I could have my hair out of my face. So I styled my hair, pre-styled my hair, which is what I always do when I do any commercial, any TV show, because a lot of times you get on these sets and they don't know what to do with your hair. So I went ahead and I styled my hair perfectly, like to where you could see my entire face. It was groomed properly. I got there about 20 minutes early. First we started with my nails. They gave me a manicure, whatever. I thought it was pretty cool. Everybody seemed pretty nice. The rep from L'Oreal came over to greet me. Was like, I'm so excited to work with you. This is gonna be great. They had all this great food. And, they had all this great food for me to eat. She's like, oh, get whatever you want. Make yourself comfortable. We're gonna be basically testing the lighting and everything in about an hour, so just you can relax for now. So I'm like, awesome, sounds good. So while I'm doing my manicure, the hairstylist finally comes. Now, it's not really about race for me because I've had people of all different type of races do my hair. So don't think that I'm saying her race because of that. But basically, it was an Asian lady who was my stylist, and I didn't think anything of it because, like I said, I've had all different type of races do my hair. So she came over to me and she started touching my hair, and she was like asking me questions, and I was like, oh, this is a lace wig or whatever. She's like, oh, okay, great. Can we do anything with it? Can we put heat, whatever the case, to it? I'm like, yeah, of course. It's a human hair lace wig. You can do whatever you need to do to it. But I was telling her, I already styled it so that you wouldn't have to worry about it. And she's like, oh, we're going to just try to slick it down. And that's when I looked at her a little strange. Because I'm like, okay, you can't just slick my type of hair down. And I'm not saying, like, you can't slick naturally curly people's hair down, because you can. Like, our hair is very versatile. You can do pretty much anything to it. But you have to have the right type of product. You have to have the right type of brush in order to slick our type of hair down. So I'm already looking at her crazy, like, first of all, I'm looking at your setup and you don't have the proper products for my hair type, for one. And two, why are you trying to slick my hair down? I clearly have curly afro hair, so why don't you just leave it alone? It's already out my face. It shouldn't be a problem. But she's like, oh, we're just going to try to slick it down. So she proceeds to try to start slicking my hair down with hair paste. Disaster. So I'm just starting to get worried. I'm just like, oh, God, what is she trying to do to my hair? Then she proceeds to ask me to take off my wig. And I'm like, what? Like, why would she ask me to take my wig off? Like, you should be able to work with this. There's nothing wrong with you. And I told her ahead of time, I'm like, I just cut my hair. I have short, naturally curly hair. I took off my wig. First of all, the way this office is set up, it's not like a closed office. Like, there wasn't like a separate room for hair and makeup and a separate room for where people eat and a separate room for where people film. Everything was in this big giant like loft space. So imagine how embarrassing it is to have someone basically tell you to take your wig off in front of all these people. So I take my wig off. She sees that I have light color hair. Then she brings the L'Oreal rep over and they start whispering and talking to each other. And she's like, can we try something? And I'm like, sure, like, I'm down for whatever. Inside my mind, I have a major attitude because you just embarrassed me. You don't have the right products. And now you're like standing there like whispering about my head. So she's like, we're gonna try this hair color stuff. Are you opposed to that? So she brings this freaking hairspray stuff that's supposed to like fake hair dye, and she proceeds to spray this hard ass shit all over my head. Mind you, like I said, I had like about an inch of hair. My hair is kinky curly, so it's like in a short kinky curly afro. So she's sitting here spraying all this damn hair paint on my head, and it looks crazy. And I'm looking at her like, why didn't you just leave? In my mind, I'm just like, why didn't you just leave the wig on? Like, there was nothing wrong with the way my hair was other than it was big and curly. Like, this is not working. It doesn't look good. It looks like you're basically putting paint on my head. It looks a fucking hot ass mess. So she sees that it doesn't look good, and she goes back to the rep, and they start whispering. Then they all group up. It's nothing but white girls, mind you. All straight, wavy hair, white girls that don't know shit about how to do anything to my hair, and they're all talking about their opinions about what to do to my hair. And I'm telling her, like, I can put the wig back on. Like, I know how to style it. Like, if you want it to be slicked down, I just need some water and maybe some type of leave-in conditioner, and I can pull it back myself. She's like, oh, no, you shouldn't do that. Mind you, it's been maybe like almost 2 hours now at this point that she's been trying to do shit to my hair that she didn't have to do, because she really could have just knew what the fuck she was doing to begin with, or two, just let me do it myself. Like, it would have been done. So now we're sitting here waiting for somebody to bring conditioner, because it is L'Oreal, so they have the products. They bring the wrong fucking product. They bring shampoo, and I'm like, I can't put shampoo in my hair. Like, I don't shampoo my hair. I've already shampooed my hair. Like, all I need is conditioner. And so she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Next thing I know, the freaking L'Oreal rep comes back over, and she basically, she says to me, we might be running out of time, and we've already gone past our filming schedule, but just give me a few minutes and I'm gonna have a talk with everyone, and we're gonna see how we're gonna proceed. So she's like, just go ahead and have lunch, and I'll come back and let you know everything that's going on. Basically, I knew then and there that they weren't gonna use me. Like, I already had the feeling. So during lunch, I went downstairs and I went and called my mom because I was really upset. And I'm just like, Mom, like, they had this lady who was supposed to be a stylist, and she didn't know how to do my hair, and now I'm sitting here looking crazy, and they think that they can't do anything to my hair because she doesn't know how to do anything to my hair. And I'm like, I feel like they're gonna make me leave and not use me. I already feel it. Like, I can tell how they keep going and whispering behind my back, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. And on top of the fact that this other white model came in, and the girl slicked her hair back in a ponytail easily, obviously, and they started doing her lighting and stuff to start her shoot. So I'm like, if it was really about timing, then how did they have time to start her shoot but not mine? All they had to do was like leave my hair the way it was instead of trying to like make it look straight and slick or whatever. And you know, they would have had time. And my mom was like, oh, don't worry about it, be positive, whatever, you know, they might figure it out, just be positive. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll get off the phone with my mom, I go back up, I eat, and I go over to the manicurist, and I'm like, I don't think they're gonna use me, like, because of my hair. And she's like, girl, you know how these people are. Basically saying, like, they don't know what to do to our hair. So it's probably a 50-50 chance that they might not use your ass today. And I'm just like, now I'm starting to get an attitude, but I'm still like holding it in. I'm still smiling, being nice and proper, and whatever the case may be, being as professional as I possibly could. So the L'Oreal rep comes back over, and she's like, unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to use you today, but we will call you for any future products. We're just having an issue with the timing, and we won't be able to fit your shoot in. But she's like, we'll definitely reach out to you some other time and use you for another project. She's like, then she asked me like if I need a car home or not, and I'm just like, you know what, no thank you, because I knew at that point that it was not about timing. It was about the fact that they didn't know what the fuck to do to my hair. The stylist had no idea how to work with kinky curly hair. She didn't have the right products, and I knew that that was going to affect how they saw me, because I guess they have their own idea of what groomed hair looks like. Like a curly afro with the edges pulled back isn't groomed enough. Like they wanted to have it slicked down and straight looking, I guess. I don't know what idea she had in her mind, but she didn't have the right stuff to do it anyway, even if she wanted to do it. But I knew that it had nothing to do with timing. I knew that they were intimidated by my hair. They didn't know what to do with it. And I guess from the pictures, because I had straight hair in some of my pictures, I guess they thought that I was gonna wear that, even though I asked her if I should wear my hair curly or straight. But I guess she assumed that I was gonna have straight, you know, I guess mixed girl type hair, and I don't. I have kinky curly hair, and I don't wear, when I wear curly wigs, I wear curly wigs that reflect the texture of my natural hair. I don't wear loosely curly hair. Like, I just don't. I prefer my hair to look like how my real hair looks. Like, if it's straight, I'm not gonna be having no fucking bone straight hair. I'm gonna have like textured hair that looks like how my hair looks when it's straight. But I decided to wear curly hair that day, and unfortunately that, you know, worked against me. And I'm not making this to be like, oh, woe is me, like, oh, you know, they're racist or whatever, but I'm saying, like, if you're gonna be hiring stylists, hire people that can work with all different hair textures. Don't just hire people that can work with these lily white girls with this straight stringy hair. Like, especially if you're gonna sit here and book a African American model. Like, I know I'm light skinned or whatever, but I'm not a white girl. I don't have white girl hair. So you're not going to be able to do the same stuff that you do to their hair to my hair, period. As a stylist, you should know that. I'm a stylist, and I have products for all different hair types. Even though I work with mostly natural hair women, I still can do somebody who has fine straight hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to work with all different type of hair textures. And that's what you should be able to do as a stylist. And furthermore, like, to sit there and lie and act like it has something to do with timing, like, if it really has something to do with timing, like, I would have gotten a call from L'Oreal Popsugar, because I've seen numerous other castings that they put out for those type of videos. So if it was really about the timing and not because of my hair, then they would have reached out to me again to do another video. Now, I did get paid. I still got paid the amount that I was promised, so that's cool, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that I was extremely embarrassed and humiliated in front of all these white people and picked on like a fucking little rag doll. But yeah, that was my experience working with people that have no idea how to fucking work with black hair. And I really hope that some people can relate to this experience. And I guess, unfortunately, as black women, we're gonna have to start bringing our own hair products with us when we go on these shoots. Like, we're gonna have to bring our Eco Styler gel, our leave-in conditioner, our fucking boar hair brush. Like, we're gonna just have to bring our own stuff in case we come across a stylist that has no idea of what to do to our hair. And we shouldn't have to do that, but that's just what we have to do.